today's student leaders and today's voters in schools and all that are tomorrow's decision makers. Are we willing to be bold enough, come together and make the right choices for our children? Because remember, tomorrow is what we've borrowed from our children, and they deserve a better place to start. Hi, my name is Daniel Ayebare, and I am the founder and team leader of iAfrica Foundation. Today I want to talk to pupils and students. But as I do this, I hope the parents, teachers, administrators can also eavesdrop on this conversation. Let me first indulge you in something that you've probably experienced. Do you remember that time in school when you had to vote for your class representative after they had bought you sweets? Do you remember probably you were the one who was standing for prefectship in school, primary or secondary, and you had to bribe your way to be voted into office? You remember that student who had his parents buy you lunch, maybe soda for lunch at school so that you vote him as a head prefect? These are things that I personally experienced growing up in school, and I know they have become worse today. But let's just take a pause there. Have you read the recent headlines in our country? High levels of corruption, high levels of embezzlement, abuse of office. And when it comes to election day, have you seen the rampant usage of money to solicit for votes and to buy votes? Can you connect the dots? While we have so many organizations out there spending millions and billions of money trying to fight corruption at national level, we are grooming the real culprits right in our school. Statistics show that 9 out of 10 students or pupils who participated in school politics will go ahead and participate in national politics. And again, 9 out of 10 of them will practice the same habits they used to get into office. If they bribe their way into office, they will bribe their way into office in school. They will do the same at national level. So the challenges that we have at the national level are actually inbred and built at school level. It is very unfortunate, and because of the blame game, nothing is being done about it. A couple of years we did a research into this, and one of the biggest challenges is that we don't have an institutional regulatory framework to manage electoral politics in schools. And because of that, we have now allowed the external influences, unfortunate external influences, to run that education sector. Education is about civilization. It's not just about chemistry or English or mathematics. It's also about the attitude and the character of the people that we are growing. So who is to blame? Everybody. Parents, you're giving your children money for this practice. Schools and administration, they are looking and doing nothing about it. And of course, the students and pupils are the culprits who are actually either being bribed or bribing others. In the next couple of videos, we shall show you the grave effects of allowing this to happen in our schools. You'll be shocked what it means to our education sector in terms of the cost to education, in terms of psychosocial bringing of these kids, in terms of governance and democracy, both present and the future. You will be shocked, and we shall elaborate this in the next videos if you check on our YouTube channels. But for now, we know that there are a number of, call it a remnant of people, who are not happy and they're not motivated by what is happening. but rather they want to do something about it. We call upon you at the foundation to join us as we create awareness, but also raise funds to be able to develop content to share with the schools, especially primary and secondary schools, because that is where character is built. We want to develop content which we already have, but we want to package it well on servant leadership. Servant leadership is what we used to celebrate back in the day. It's about someone putting themselves there to serve the people, not to make a profit, as you may see in today's politics. We have probably lost a generation, but we cannot afford to lose the next. And we do have pledge cards that I would like to share with you here for pupils who say we will not be a part of this. We shall not bribe or be bribed. We have one for parents who say we will encourage our children to be voted the right way in office. And we also have another for schools or education institutions that say we shall participate to the best of our knowledge to make sure we clean up student politics. And then lastly, we have one for institutions that are supporting the idea of good governance, the idea of the right child upbringing, the idea of child rights and children rights, to be able to make sure we secure a brighter future for this country. Our notion is today's student leaders and today's voters in schools and all that are tomorrow's decision makers. Are we willing to be bold enough, come together and make the right choices for our children? Because remember, tomorrow is what we've borrowed from our children, and they deserve a better place to start. So let's work together, let's do what we can together, let's develop this content together, and let's create awareness together. Because as Maxwell says, everything rises and falls based on leadership. Thank you very much.